Sunday morning cold, eyes on the score, touchdown dance ball, craving for more. Friends are calling, trades are on fire. Rookies falling, championship desire. Fantasy football fever, chasing the dream. Top of the leaderboard, we're the winning team.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Healers Program, a show that is Dynasty Fantasy Football. You can find us at FF Healers and at FF Captain 22 on X. Also now on YouTube, just search FF Healers for shorts, podcast videos, and fantasy league related videos. I'm your host, Dustin Brown, and with me is Colten Palmer.
Nobody's going to know my real name. They're just going to think it's just a whole bunch of letters strung together the way you say it. If anyone ever meets me in person, they're going to you have to say my name like that. And if they don't, I'm just not responding.
Are you Colten Palmer?
Well, actually, I'm Colten Palmer. So.
Liam Cohen's version?
The other guy, Duval. Yeah. I'm glad you got up into that.
So we've already had some games that were overseas. We're going to be having some, not this week, but next week with the Minnesota Vikings going to Dublin. And so I saw this question and it popped up on Good Morning Football. And so I'm going to ask you this question here, Colten. If you could see a game in any country with any of the teams playing, which teams would you like to see playing in what said country?
This is straight out of left field. Okay. Take me to Sydney, Australia. All right. I'd love
going down under.
Going down under, mate. Love to see a game in Australia. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, they got something similar. They've got Australian football. They play a lot of rugby over there. Yeah.
Rugby?
I think they have their own football. I think there's like an Australian football or something. But probably.
No, Canada does.
I know Canada does. The Canadian football.
They have an extra defensive cornerback, eh?
Yeah. Do they really?
Yeah. They have 12 on defense.
Wow, that's garbage. They don't play fantasy over there, do they?
Did you ever watch the movie?
If anything, I would want 10 on defense.
Did you ever watch the movie Kingpin?
Uh-uh.
Oh, well, you Quakers and your 10 frames. It was a bowling movie. And he got an Amish guy in there, and he's like, oh, you Quakers and your 10 frames, we usually play a game and a half for our games. It's a great movie.
I'll have to watch it. I'll add it to the list. I'll add it to my list.
All right, so who's playing in Sydney?
Who's playing in Sydney? I mean, for right now, I mean, that'd be a fun one, except for it wouldn't be fun. You see Daniel Jones just tear apart our poor Vikings.
Daniel Jones is the man.
Indiana Jones, baby.
All right, but no, we want to hear who your two teams are that you would like to see.
I mean, right now, I'm gonna pick two teams that I'm really digging on because I think they're just coming out firing, guns blazing, and that's the Buffalo Bills against the Los Angeles Chargers, man. I mean, I think that'd be a heck of a game. I mean, I've been known to be a Justin Herbert lover, and he's coming out this year, and he's slinging the ball around. He's got weapons. Their defense looks stacked. The Bills, they have an awesome offense. They've got a pretty good defense so far this year, and so I think that'd be a fun game over there down under, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
Have another shrimp on the barbie.
Austria, eh? Another shrimp on the barbie.
Have another shrimp on the barbie. Well, let's stick with the Chargers here for a second. They're a team that is running very solid, especially passing. Did you know that they are the number one passing offense over the last 10 years? And they're the most efficient at getting the ball to the same three wide receivers compared to any team in the league. But they do not throw to the tight ends, and they're not throwing to the running backs. So here's my question to you. On a panic meter, what's your panic meter for Marion Hampton?
Not at all. My panic meter, like what? What are we going? 0 to 10? 0 to
Yeah.
10? Or 1 to 10? 1 to 10.
10's an emergency room.
10 is I am out. I'm gonna go like maybe a 3. Maybe 3. I mean,
Only a
there's
3?
I mean, he's made some boneheaded moves, of course, but he's played 2 weeks. He's a rookie. He's coming into a whole new game. College football, we've talked about it before. College football and the NFL. It's the same concept, but it is a whole new game that they're playing. You know, they're playing with the big dogs now too. Marion Hampton's coming from North Carolina, where ACC it's not it's not the Big Ten, it's not the SEC. They're not facing all these, top guys. I mean, and you come to the NFL where everybody is a top dog. So it's just it's a big adjustment. I still like him. He's shown flashes. He's shown plays where he's been explosive. He's been able to get a couple of rips. He's made boneheaded mistakes, of course. Every rookie does. I mean, only the truly like super duper special ones like come in and are 100% ready to go. If we start getting closer to week 7 or 8 and we're not seeing more out of them, my panic meter will go up. But as of right now, I'm staying chill on him. I believe in him, and I think he's going to be just fine.
And they played 2 tough defenses to start off. They played Kansas City, who's known for a really good rush defense, and then they played at Las Vegas, who is also a division rival that also plays pretty well against the run. But my other concern is what about Najee Harris? Najee Harris is now returned back. He's practicing. He's starting to play. Marion Hampton went from 80% snap share down to 62% snap share against the Vegas Raiders. And that cut his attempts from 15 to only 8 in a game that was very close.
Yeah, I think we all saw this coming. The only reason Najee didn't get the start on week 1 is because he blew his eye out. He would have
Shoot your eye out, kid.
Shoot your eye out. Someone should have warned him about fireworks. The only reason that he didn't get the start week 1 like we were all expecting is because he did that. So for him to come back now, old 2-eye Najee to come back, it doesn't affect it at all. I think they're just returning to the regular game plan. He is an experienced veteran, and he's gonna get a workload. They're gonna take some heat off of Hampton here. Like I said, I'm expecting to break out closer towards the end of the season, and I think he's gonna look phenomenal once he finally grips the reins here. But I'm still not concerned. I mean, I do not think he's an automatic start. But no, you should never be relying on a rookie in that position anyways in Dynasty. You should never walk in and say, oh, this rookie is going to start producing for me day 1 and I'm going to win it all because of this guy. He's going to carry my team from week 1 on. Like, that just doesn't happen in Dynasty. Unless you just randomly blow up like Puka Nacua did and explode onto the scene. That's very special and very rare. It's very odd to have that happen, and so I'm not concerned.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt or Marion Hampton?
Still a Dynasty or Marion Hampton all the way. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I love Bill, but I don't love Bill that much. Oh my gosh.
Points are points. Well, we've heard what you said here about Hampton. What about Ashton Genty? So a guy that basically has all the touches to himself in the backfield, or does he? Zamir White is coming back into this offense as of week 2. Genty goes from 86% snap share down to 56% snap share. He gives you 12 points week 1, and then he gives you only 7.4 points in week 2. Are we panicked?
I wouldn't say it's panic time. It's a similar situation with Amarian as it is with Genti. They're still rookies. And honestly, you have even more to say for Genti when it comes to facing tough guys. I mean, he's coming from Boise State. He didn't have that big, which was kind of one of your big knocks on him as you were going through the rookie prospects. He came from facing smaller schools and was just beaten up on them. I think he still looks good. He also still has plays of explosiveness. I mean, this team is
There was a
struggling
couple
in
plays where
general.
he trucked some of these defenders, and he was able
I-
to keep going.
yeah, I mean, and this team is struggling. Gino has not been able to throw the ball very well. I mean, Brock Bowers has been off and on with injury. He played last week, but wasn't to his healthiest because he's back on the injury report this week and questionable. So, I mean, a
I
team's
think he's
picking
gonna be
up
on the.
on
I
that.
think he's gonna be on the injury report the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, teams are picking up on that, and they're like, "Well, we just got to double down on Genti, and we can just beat the crap out of him because that's what they got." Because outside of Bowers and Genti, Jacoby Myers is a fine wide receiver. He's fine, but he's not like gonna scare any teams. Like, we really got to watch this guy. They're gonna be able to cue off on these people, and I'm not concerned for the long term. But once again, he's just another rookie that maybe it's gonna take some time to get used to the NFL pace.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be more of a year 2 guy than he is a year 1 guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
That
Genti.
could be
The
towards
whole offense for the Raiders.
Oh yeah, I mean Gino is struggling right now, and maybe we see him piece it together. But I could see Genti having a nice run towards the back end of the season.
Okay. Another team that's still trying to figure it out is the New England Patriots, and we've got Henderson here as another rookie. He is splitting time with Ramondre Stevenson, and Stevenson completely blew up just this past week against the Miami Dolphins, leading to Henderson basically kind of picking up some of the scraps with 6 points in week 2, and he did have 11 points in week 1.
Yeah, so if anyone wasn't watching this game, if you're just watching Red Zone and you had it on, like you didn't have this game on, you had no idea what was happening. Travion Henderson had 3 terrible, terrible holding penalties. Like could not figure out pass pro, was holding. He's gonna get punished for
Henderson
that.
was?
Oh yeah, he had
He
3
was the cause
holding.
of the penalties?
3 of them.
Oh
3 of them.
no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
so 3 holding penalties on Travion Henderson. And so he's obviously going to get benched after that and get reprimanded. He's going to get yelled at, like, what are you doing? He's got to figure out that pass pro in order to see the field. And once again, this is a rookie just trying to figure out how the heck does he take on these big guys in the NFL? Like, how does he take them on? How does he handle it? And he did not handle it on Sunday, obviously well. So it's just going to take a little bit more time. He's got the juice, obviously. He is explosive. I mean, one heck of an athlete. So I think just like the other two we've talked about here, I'm not worried. I'd be more worried about Henderson than I would the other
Okay.
two, but still.
Only 3 to 5 attempts rushing in the first 2 weeks of the season for Henderson. He did have 6 targets for 6 receptions week 1, and that's what saved his fantasy performance. But in week 2, he was 2 of 2 for only 30 yards. So the receptions are really what's keeping him in like our potential flex. But I'd be waiting a little bit later in the season before I'm feeling more comfortable playing him.
I would absolutely be waiting as well. And we have to remember last year they did pay Ramondre. I mean, they gave him a bag of money. And so they're going to use Ramondre still, no matter what. I mean, they're going to get their money's worth out of him. And he's looked pretty good so far. So why would you not, let your rookie running back develop behind this guy that's playing just fine for you? So,
Yeah. And last year, Ramondre started to have that. Is he going to get benched for Gibson around that time frame? Didn't he have I think he had an ankle sprain around that time, and then he was losing a fumble here or there, and he just wasn't completely healthy. And like last year was just kind of a lost season for him. Ramondre looks really strong and really healthy right now. And I'm looking in the schedule right now for the Patriots, and there is a ton of green on the schedule right now. As far as running backs against the defenses that they're up against. So the Patriots are going to be running the ball. And guess what? The Patriots don't really have that many pass catchers as a whole on the team. They have Diggs and who?
I don't even know if you can count
Top
Diggs at this
Douglas
point.
and who?
Diggs has looked terrible.
Yeah.
Diggs
Well, he
has
hasn't
looked.
been healthy either, I think.
I mean, you got.
Basically, Hunter Henry.
Whoa, you've forgotten
Hunter
about
Henry.
Keyshawn Boutte.
Oh, that is right. Butte has been playing pretty well.
Boutte has been playing pretty well. Don't worry, he will disappear.
Former college star who was anticipated to be a round 1, round 2 NFL pick before he had some medical problems, and then he ended up falling, I think, to like the 5th or 6th round.
Yeah, and never
And
has
and was
recouped.
on the practice squad like the last year or two.
Mhm.
But good for Butte to develop into an NFL wide receiver
Yeah,
on what
no,
could be a fun offense with Drake May as they continue to mesh.
kudos to
But
anyone
hey,
that can do that.
you know what wide receiver that's not there anymore with the Patriots that Butte doesn't have to worry about?
Who dat?
Jalen Polk.
Oh God.
Jalen Polk has been traded. The Saints traded for the former second round pick in Jalen Polk for a late round pick exchange. Polk, remember, he's out for the rest of the season on season ending IR. So he's not going to be available for the Saints this year, but they decided, hey, we'll do a late round pick exchange through like 27, 2028, something like that. And they get another guy on the roster. Another
So
guy.
I'm in like one of my leagues to just look up like all the stats of all these players we're going through and just be able to maneuver. And I see Jalen Polk as a free agent, and I'm like, wait a minute, I was the one that dropped him.
You gonna pick him up?
I'm not picking him up. I was like, oh, someone might have hung on to him because he was at IR. No, I did not. I
Come
dropped
on,
that
pull
guy.
over. Let's pick him up. Mock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be a Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my God.
Dumb and Dumber
I got one.
episode.
We got one more running back to discuss here, and then we'll continue to move on. And that's RJ Harley. This Harley is stalled out right now behind J.K. Dobbins. And I think you had said that, you had some concerns with RJ Harvey with getting mixed up and meshed up in the same backfield as J.K. Dobbins.
I I told you, man. I love J.K. Dobbins. I think
Dobbins got the juice.
he looked good last year. People were still down on him, didn't believe in him. Comes into this Denver offense and he's done exactly what I expected him to do. I mean, he's taking care of business. He looks good. He's explosive. I mean, that's not to say RJ Harvey doesn't come in later half the season and start helping take some snaps away because we all know J.K. Dobbins is the injury prone guy. But I mean, he looks good, and why not feed the hot hand? Why would you take away from J.K. Dobbins? I mean, he's their veteran guy that's just taking care of business, and that's what Sean Payton likes. He's gonna continue to feed the guy that's taking care of business. So as long as the J.K. keeps getting it done, I don't see a whole lot more coming to Harvey's way.
Well, I haven't heard any podcast say this, so I might be the first that you're hearing this from. But J.K. Dobbins, he has a revenge game this weekend. Yes, that's right, a revenge game. They're going up against the L.A. Chargers, Week 3. Will this be a game that J.K. Dobbins will never forget? We'll just have to wait and see.
I don't know. I feel like he's got a. I feel like the revenge game
Tough
will be against
matchup.
Baltimore. That is a tough
You think
matchup.
Baltimore would be more a revenge game? But I mean, he was just with the Chargers last year in the same division.
They helped him revitalize his career, I think. Though I don't know. The Baltimore is just kind of like we're done with you.
I think it's a revenge game for the Chargers.
Took a shot on him.
So it should be a good one. But are you
be.
panicked about RJ Harvey's usage? Only about 30% snap share.
I'd definitely be more panicked than the first three running backs we talked about. If we're talking on that panic meter, probably sitting about 5.
Okay.
5 or I mean, they still did spend draft capital on him. So
if you're going out and you're just kind of like scrounging around looking for trades, like what would you feel comfortable trading for RJ Harvey?
What would I feel comfortable giving up for RJ Harvey?
Yeah.
Well, here, let me
If
ask
you're
you
like,
this.
I'm kind of interested, but he hasn't done anything, maybe I can like, what's your like buy low?
If you're a rebuilding team, not going to contend this year, would you swap J.K. Dobbins for him?
The 24-year-old rookie.
Would you swap J.K. Dobbins for him?
They're about the same age.
I know.
JK is what, 28? Is he 28?
J.K. Dobbins?
No, he's 26. He's 26.
26, yeah.
Yeah, he's 26, so only about a year and a half, 2 years difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dobbins is giving you the points right now, but how long is he going to hold up? Like, he's such an outlier with having the Achilles tears. Like, he's only one of one with being successful after an Achilles tear.
Whoa, Nick Chubb, man. Don't you do Nick Chubb dirty like that.
I mean, has he really shown that he's been successful to come back yet?
Well, this is his second ACL. I was referring to his first ACL.
Well, he had ACL. I'm saying Achilles.
Oh yeah.
JK had the Achilles tears.
You're right.
And
He had the
he's like one of
Achilles.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Foreman that came back for a little while. He was
Yeah?
relevant.
Yeah, sorry. I was
He didn't
off an
come back.
ACL.
He didn't come back to the point of JK.
Are you telling me Aaron Rodgers doesn't look explosive this year?
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
I mean, no, not at all.
I saw a meme the other day, and it's like Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball looks like it's a Cialis commercial. I'm not lost.
I don't know where to go with that.
I couldn't
Nothing.
contain myself.
Nowhere to go but up. Is there any surprises over the past 2 weeks of NFL play?
In terms of like, are we still talking
NFL
running
as a
backs,
whole.
rookie? Are we talking rookies?
I'm leaving it wide open for you, Colton.
Anybody,
Last
everybody.
2 weeks, is there surprises? Are you surprised?
I am a little bit surprised, and this should not be surprising. Justin Fields is garbage. I thought he'd come out and produce fantasy, and he cannot get it done. I do not know what the Jets' plan is for the rest of the season, because I mean it was brutal. I don't know if you were watching any of it, but
I watched it. And I'm an independent medical spotter, and as I saw Fields go down, I'm like, helmet contact on the ground. I'm like, he needs to get checked. Sure enough, they pulled him off. They put him in the blue tent, got him in concussion protocol, and none other than Tyrod Taylor is revitalized and sent right in.
I mean, I just don't know how they didn't have a backup after bringing in Fields. It's just, but it was looking brutal to begin with in general. But I'm just, man, did finish on the weakest quarterback week 1, but then it just seemed to go downhill. That was the end of the magic, I think. I do not know if it would have ended up a good game for him.
No, it was not, because they were getting completely blown out with only 3 points, I think, to what was it? 30? It was like 30-3, something like that. And that's when Fields ended up getting injured. And yeah, it wasn't good, Colton. So
not good.
I can't say that I was surprised that Fields wasn't doing that well, but it was surprising on how quickly that happened. And I'm not surprised that Daniel Jones is being successful with the Colts. Best offensive line he's ever had. Great running back. Most weapons that he's had. Yeah, the defense. Oh, go Indy.
I hate to say it, but he looks so good, man. he looks so good. The only team in Super Bowl history to not punt for the 2 opening games, for the first 2 back-to-back games. First team, the only one is led by Indiana Jones.
That's a crazy stat.
Like, it's just stupid, honestly.
I love it so much. Quarterback 2, Daniel Jones. He's
I mean,
quarterback 2 for the season right now.
and the crazy thing is, like, he's passing like at all levels. It's not just a bunch of like little dink and dunks. Like his short game looks good. He's getting into the mid game. He's bombing it to Alec Pierce. Like, I mean, he is everything that everyone wished Anthony Richardson was. Like, he's literally playing as that right now. Like, he's still got the explosiveness, the juice in his legs. I'm like, it's literally like what we wanted Anthony Richardson to be. It just couldn't do it. And now we have Indiana Jones, and we're gonna sign him. I just know it. It's gonna happen. He's gonna get a long.
He's gonna get extended.
Oh, he's gonna
Once
get
you
extended.
paid, though. You don't
There's
have
no
to
doubt.
get paid. It's a missile. It's a trajectory.
It's gonna be so bad. They're gonna just spend so much money to have him just crash and burn.
Yep. Well, I'm also not surprised that JJ McCarthy doesn't know how to throw the ball, as he's looked completely awful these first 2 games. We had a prayer in the fourth quarter against the Bears on Monday Night Football. Then we turn around and we have Sunday Night Football against JJ McCarthy, his 2nd NFL game, versus Michael Penix in his 5th NFL game. And I gotta say, it was a snooze fest. I think you said that to me. You texted me like snooze fest. And I'm like, this is an awful game to watch. And I ended up reading somewhere that Kevin O'Connell had communicated with Justin Jefferson and said in the 3rd quarter he was looking at actually pulling McCarthy from the game. And Justin Jefferson said that would completely ruin McCarthy's career before it even starts. And so at no surprise do we see after the game, oh, JJ McCarthy, he's got an ankle problem. Meanwhile, it's like, really? We're starting Carson Wentz for the next 2 to 4 weeks. And I love how they kept it open because we're playing Carson Wentz week 3 against the Bengals, which we'll get to. And then we go to Dublin, and then we go to London after that. So not having JJ McCarthy, and then we go on a bye week. So then we have JJ McCarthy doesn't have to worry about going overseas and looking absolutely pitiful in an area where we actually dominate. We usually dominate when we're in London. So I'm really excited as a Vikings fan for Carson Wentz. That's right, Carson Wentz, not JJ McCarthy, because he looks like, you know what? Not good.
I was saying all offseason, because of the weapons JJ McCarthy has, he'll be just fine. I take back every word I said.
There was so much hype for JJ McCarthy, and I don't know why, other than he's a winner. He's a winner.
I said,
did you know?
I said he
only has 4 losses since high school.
I said he was
going to have a lot more than that if he keeps playing this way.
Oh man, it was ugly. And after the Bears game, honestly, in the 4th quarter he looked good. And I was like, man, the Bears are a pretty solid team this year. And then we watched the Bears just get absolutely wiped across the field by the Lions. And I'm like, oh crap, that's even worse for JJ McCarthy because the Bears are not good. And he could just barely squeak by them. So, and it just made me realize even more that this is just brutal. And then to watch that game on Sunday night, it was just, oh, it was atrocious. Oh, it was so terrible to watch. Penix couldn't move the ball. It was just, hey, we've got Bijan Robinson.
It was just run the ball,
run the ball
on both sides.
Yep.
And it got to a point, and I was really sad to think this.
They tried to kill Aaron Jones
when I saw him on the sideline. It was Aaron Jones.
They're going to kill him.
Completely washed.
They're going to kill him.
And then all of a sudden he's on the sideline. And he goes, "Oh, my hammy." And it's like, honestly, like, I'm not sure what you did to actually like strain your hamstring because you looked pathetic out there. Jordan Mason actually looked like he's been the better back of the last 2 weeks. And now he's going to have an opportunity against just a sieve, the Bengals defense. Oh. And they're going to be down cornerbacks on top of it.
Man, it should be a fun game though. I'm pretty excited about that game. I don't know if you
I am
are,
too.
but I'm actually pretty
I, I
excited.
I'm excited for Wentz.
I know, right? Get Wentz in there,
I
just
would
slinging
love
the
to
ball.
see him have another opportunity.
That is one of my surprises. What has shocked me so far is TJ Hawkinson. My goodness, non-existent, man. Non-existent.
You'll
I
see him
checked.
this weekend.
You think
You're
so?
gonna see him this weekend.
You think he's gonna? You think he's not watched? You think it was just JJ McCarthy can't throw the ball?
Yes. Yes. Hawkinson's still our number 2 receiver right now, with Addison being suspended for the first 3 games.
Well, or is it Tank for what's his name? Drew Aller.
I don't know what they're doing. I'm so glad. I'm not happy for anyone's injuries. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for Wentz starting. So please don't spin my words. But I will say,
I hear
told
what
you
you're
so
not
about
saying.
JJ McCarthy.
I
I
hear
will
what
say
you're
I
not.
told you so.
You know, you weren't wrong. Maybe he can turn it around. Maybe this is the kick. Maybe he knows that he's pretty much not actually hurt, and they're just benching him, and this is his
I think this
moment.
is their kind way of saying we're going to sit you for a few games to actually sit behind an experienced quarterback like you were supposed to do in year 1, but you didn't because you were on injury reserve. This is what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're trying to pull a Bryce Young like type of thing that they did last year. And here's the kicker. When Carson Wentz looks good and he's leading our team to victories, they're going to keep Carson Wentz in.
I mean, it could very well happen because that was a brutal game against a Falcons team that was. I mean, the Falcons have a solid defense this year. It looks like. I will say that the Falcons finally have a pretty solid defense, but it was just ugly that they could not move the ball at all. Couldn't even get it to Jefferson, and it's like if you can't get the ball to Justin Jefferson, you have no business being in the NFL, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. So Carson Wentz, and I'm sure you've seen this already. The last 6 years, 6 starts on 6 different teams. Only quarterback in NFL history. Next year, it'll probably be Team 7. I just find it fascinating. And I know you're probably sour on Carson Wentz because you guys traded quite a bit for him from the Eagles to go to the Colts. But what is often a misconception is he played on multiple ankle sprains that entire season. And he was trying to like push through and do what he could, just missed the playoffs for the Colts. The Colts had a sour taste in their mouth. That's when they ended up like having him move on, I think, to was it Washington after that? And the Colts were like, we've seen enough. He didn't do what we thought he was going to do. And the search for the quarterback after Andrew Luck continued at that point. Then he goes to Washington, and the first few games he was scoring over 22 points. He had 3 of his first 5 games scoring 22 points in fantasy football. And then the injuries bug hit him again. And then the Washington Commanders were like, we're done with him also. Then he went to the Rams. Week 18, he's playing. He scores like 30 some odd points, and he's like the quarterback. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was 27.12 points. He was quarterback 2 for that week. And then finally last year he played with Kansas City against the Broncos in a game that the Kansas City Chiefs wanted to lose against the Broncos. Played awful. But again, Carson Wentz and the Kansas City Chiefs wanted to lose to the Broncos so the Bengals wouldn't make it into the playoffs. And now we find Carson Wentz playing for the Minnesota Vikings against a Joe Burrow-less Bengals. What can you tell us about that?
Once upon a time, man. Once upon a time. Honestly, the Joe Burrow, the Joe Burrow injury, turf toe, old toe Burrow is what I like to call him. If you follow me
Joe Dirt.
If you call him,
where he seems to be living these days.
If you follow me on Twitter, you notice I sent out a nice little tweet saying toe Burrow. 12 weeks, man, and I've got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase in on a team in one league. I got both of them. And I tried to trade for Joe Burrow. It was giving up who now looks. We should talk about that, Caleb Johnson, and I was
We will
giving
be
up.
talking about that. Yes.
No, are we? I was
You want to talk
giving.
about it now, or you want to wait till
No,
after Joe Burrow?
we can wait till after Joe Burrow. I was giving up Drake May and Caleb Johnson for Joe Burrow is like before week 1, and the guy turned it down, and now I'm like, oh, thank God. My goodness, because Drake May actually looks pretty good. Caleb Johnson does not, but I mean, honestly, it's Jake Browning came in. He threw 3 interceptions, but he still got the job done. He got the W. He's not afraid to sling it. I mean,
he's a good quarterback. I like him a lot. Jake Browning.
I mean, he's exactly what they need. He's like Jameis almost. He ain't afraid to chuck it. He's like, I got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. They'll most likely come up with the ball and just piss missiles it down the field.
I'm not concerned about the Bengals receivers. Chase
Yeah.
and Higgins anyway. The rest of them, yeah. You know who I am concerned about? Chase Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Brown. I'm really concerned about Chase Brown. Their offensive line isn't holding up very well, and they're not making the holes like he had last year. And Chase Brown has been inefficient running the ball.
I didn't like him in the offseason. I didn't like him from last year. I was not buying in. I mean, he was coming off the board as like running back 10. I mean, he was coming off as a running back 1. And I'm like, I don't understand the hype for this. He had a decent season last year, finished as the running back 10 in PPR, full PPR. So he was just going pretty much where he finished. But I'm like, that was his absolute ceiling. Like, he has nowhere to go but down. Like, I have no idea what you people are drafting him here for. And he's showing why. I mean, he's showing exactly why. They did not invest into a line, so he's just running into brick walls. I mean, and now that Burrow is down, it's going to hurt him even more because it's like they're not going to be able to get they're not going to be able to get the job done at all on the ground. It's going to have to be chuck it, Browning, chuck it.
So we had a running back that we didn't discuss yet, and that's Caleb Johnson. And where's your panic meter now after he completely had that huge debacle in the kick return where the ball went through his hands, it went into the end zone. He did not go after the ball, and a guy named George Halani, the running back 3 for the Seattle Seahawks, ended up recovering the football in the end zone, scoring a touchdown for the Seahawks, ultimately leading to a victory for the Seahawks over the Steelers.
Oh, and this was like the true turning point of the game. Like, it was a pretty close game, back and forth, and until that moment. And after they scored that, it was
downhill.
Oh, it was so bad. And I mean, he's had 1 attempt on each week. Week 1 was 1 attempt for -2 yards, and last week was 1 attempt for 1 yard. He looks lost.
Not good.
He looks terrible. I had high hopes for Caleb Johnson. I liked his tape. His tape looked good. Came out of a Big Ten school out of Iowa there. Your stupid Hawks. I should know not to trust anyone out of Iowa.
If they're not a tight end, don't grab them.
Did you just tell me to grab a tight end?
If they're not a tight end, don't grab it.
All right, we're gonna leave that.
Exactly how I put it, but sure.
Just leave it be. Just leaving it right there.
Thanks, brother.
Just gonna leave it. Just said it. My panic level on Caleb Johnson is through the roof. Honestly, it's probably like an 8 or 9. If it would be an absolute 10 if it weren't for his draft capital. He was a day 3 pick, or not day 3, a round 3 pick.
He was a 3rd round pick.
3rd round pick.
End of the 3rd round.
I mean, if it wasn't for him getting picked in the 3rd round at the bare minimum, it would probably be a 10 and above. But the fact that they did at least spend a 3rd rounder on a running back, maybe he's just taking some more time to read the rule books or whatever. I don't know. But it's ugly, and he's looking like he could be one of the worst picks of a rookie 1st round. Because that's what you had to spend on him. It was like the back end of the 1st round you were getting him.
Yeah. He was going right around that 110, 111, 112. Sometimes if you're lucky, 201. I didn't see him at 201. He's usually gone by 112.
Yeah, I didn't see him a lot at
Even in
201.
Superflex.
I saw Judkins at the 201 more than I did him.
Oh, I didn't see that at all.
Quinshon Judkins? It was after his.
Oh, yeah. We
it was after.
have rookie drafts a little earlier than that, Colton.
Well, if you would have waited, you could.
What's
you could have
interesting
gotten
is like
Judkins
rookie
201.
drafts, it just depends on what time of the season that you're doing it. You can
Yeah.
get some major value. An area that I like, a receiver that I've been a little more surprised on is Roma Dunze being number one. He's definitely the wide receiver one for the Bears right now. And Caleb Williams and the Bears have not quite put it together yet. And like, what are you thinking here about this Bears offense? Are you concerned yet? I think that I think they ran into two division rivals in the Minnesota Vikings and the Lions, and they pretty much know Ben Johnson and they know like the offense as a whole, and maybe that's what made it a little more challenging for them, especially like the blowout against the Lions. That's tough. Week 2 against your old team, like really, really tough. But I think Caleb Williams, he hasn't really shown much. He hasn't really advanced in his abilities from last year to this year yet. And what I would say is concerning for me is not Roma Dunze at all. I think he's looking fantastic, but all the other pass catchers, they're not really getting involved. Like even DJ Moore isn't really getting involved all that much. Loveland, he's like nowhere to be seen. And let's not forget about Luther Burden. Luther Burden, he missed a lot of the preseason, and we haven't really seen him all that much. But Colton, would you say is Burden in the hand worth more than 2 in the bush?
We're gonna let the silence sit here for a little bit. Jeez. I'm not super concerned about Luther Burden. My concerns aren't there with him. He was a second round rookie. I mean, he's gonna be, he plays a very similar role to DJ Moore, that kind of like joker guy that they can run around, get short passes to, and they're still gonna use DJ Moore because they are paying him a bunch of money. But I mean, Luther Burden,
I think they moved DJ Moore about mid-season before the trade deadline.
More either mid-season or he's gone in the offseason. There's no doubt about it. And I think that's when you're going to see Luther Burden step up. So if you have anyone that's down, it could be a potentially buy low opportunity on Burden, because I still like Burden a lot, and I could see him.
Burden or Moore?
Burden.
I think you get both of them on the cheap right now.
I mean, you get both of them on the cheap, yeah, but I really like Burden still. I mean, he was my number one pre-draft. I just loved his play, and I think he fits the NFL well. But he's just not going to have that opportunity because they're going to try to showcase DJ Moore if they're going to try to be moving him. So you
heard it. Colton, prefers the Burden in the hand than the 2 in the bush.
Exactly.
And what do you think about the Giants' backfield with Scadaboo and Tracy?
Scadaboo finally kicked it up a little bit more this week. He's picking it up better than some of his fellow rookie running backs, but let's get to his log here. Finally hit snap percentage 52%, with week 1 was 12%, which you'd love to see that, just making a huge jump. Tyrone Tracy, he is what he is. He looked okay. He looked like he did.
He was inefficient. He had a lot of touches week 1, but he was inefficient.
Yeah, I mean, he was what he was last year. Everyone loved him. I mean, he's a wide receiver converted to running back, so he's good out of the backfield, but so was Scadaboo. Tracy was inefficient, but he gets a lot of touches because he was kind of the only one. So, I mean, but he looked all right, but that's all Tyrone Tracy has been. So, I mean, I could see it staying a split backfield like this just to kind of keep them both fresh and rotating in and out. I mean, that's kind of what the NFL is going to anyways this year, is all these split backfields just to keep some backs fresh and try to reduce the injury risk, unless you have Christian McCaffrey or 11-yard Derrick Henry. We brought it up. It was 11 yards.
Did you watch the Giants versus Cowboys game?
Yards. I did. I was at your house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We watched it. But The only reason that the Giants, the only reason the Cowboys ended up staying in that game was because the Giants had like over 140 some odd yards of penalty yards. And that's what and ultimately led to an overtime victory for the Cowboys. And there was a Jackson Dart sighting. Jackson Dart, he went in for one play, and his nickname
-1
could
yard?
be Joe Dirt. Yeah, I mean, the turf monster got him. He went flat to the ground, and he didn't have really much of an opportunity. And what was a close game, that was in like the end of the third quarter. I think there was like 2 minutes left in the third quarter when Jackson Dart came in. But there was some news that popped up on Sleeper here, I think just a few hours ago, that if the Giants, if they lose against Kansas City in week 3, Jackson Dart will be the starting quarterback for the Giants in week 4.
-3 yards is what he's starting at. -3. Here's a good question for you.
Ain't first to last.
Because here's another shocking thing. The Chiefs are 0-2. Is there a world that we see the Chiefs 0-3?
I think the Giants have a chance to be.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be good.
In my
the same thing.
In my pick'em that I have to do for ESPN, I play in a pick'em league. As of right now, on Friday, 9/19, and that was before the news came out about Jackson Dart and all this other stuff. I have the Giants actually winning against Kansas City. I think they have a really strong front line for defense, and I think they're better than advertised on offense. I think, Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards, I think, something like that.
Oh, man.
And like, what,
Bus
4
Russ.
touchdowns? It was ridiculous.
Bus Russ just going crazy.
Yeah. So the chef was in the kitchen that day.
Wait a second. Let me give you his stats here. I just want to yell it out loud because it's insane.
It's unbelievable, really. I
41
can't
attempts.
get over it. Against the Cowboys, now get it. The Cowboys defense is terrible.
450 yards, 3 touchdowns. Only 1 interception on 41 attempts. 30 completions. That's an insane stat line. That is insane.
I mean, he was just chucking it. He was just throwing moon balls.
Bombing. Never play Wan'Dale Robinson ever again. He had like 140 something odd yards. No, do not chase that hype, people. Do not chase it. Like, do not think Wan'Dale is that guy. He is not him.
You don't want to chase that?
He was.
I'm still waiting for Darius Slayton to get healthy and to have Russ start throwing him the ball some more, because I still think that he's going to outscore Travis Hunter, and we haven't even touched on him at all.
He was a product of a crazy game. No, do not chase that high. Don't.
Jaden Daniels is out this week. Marcus Mariota is going to be starting. Another quarterback injured. We've seen so many quarterbacks, and we're only at the start of week 3. Marcus Mariota, he hasn't had any gas in the tank for the last 3-4 years. I'm honestly surprised he still has a chance in this league. And if you remember the quarterback series, the original quarterback series that they had on Netflix, they shined a very poor light on Marcus Mariota as a backup in the league.
Is that the second one? Second season?
That was the first season.
Was it?
The first season had Marcus Mariota, and
I remember that.
Yeah, just awful.
I don't remember it being awful. I remember him being a very humble guy.
He looked really bad. The only person that looked good really was Kirk Cousins, and that's why he was in. That's why he was in season 2, and that's why he started to go with great clips. It's a wild time. You don't know who's going to cut your hair. You don't know. What kind of hairstyle you're going to have. Like, it could be anything.
Could be really good.
It's like a roller coaster. It's like a theme park.
Could be really bad.
And they showed a scene of him getting his hair cut, and he's like, wow, it's not exactly how I thought my hair was going to be, but yeah, this will be fine. This is going to work. Yeah, great clips. It's a great place to go. Ends up getting a deal with him.
That's incredible. Here's a question for you then, because this is something that I think is actually extremely important for people to hear. What's your concern level for Terry McLaurin? I mean, in general, not even just the fact that Marcus Mariota is the one throwing the ball to him. What's your concern level for him at all?
My main concern for Terry McLaurin going into this year of 2025 was that his fantasy output was held up by his number of touchdowns that he had last year. And touchdowns are not a sticky stat. And that's really where my ultimate concern was. Now, what helps Terry McLaurin is that they really didn't bring, well, I take that back. They did bring in Debo Samuel. Debo has looked really good in these past 2 weeks, and he has taken targets away from Terry McLaurin. But I think also the Terry McLaurin holdout was just another kind of red flag for me. So not only did he have the touchdowns that were holding his fantasy output high, but not being available and actually practicing with Jaden Daniels, I am not excited about Terry McLaurin this week with Marcus Mariota. I do not think Marcus Mariota is a good quarterback anymore.
Yeah,
he hasn't been for a long time, unfortunately.
In the last 2 weeks, week 1, Terry McLaurin finished the wide receiver 72, and then last week is the wide receiver 48. And that was with Jaden Daniels. And Jaden Daniels threw 42 passes in week 2. And
I'm concerned.
Got 9 targets, but only 5 receptions for 48 yards. So, I mean.
And we're not even talking about a dynasty. We're not even talking about dynasty right now. Like, dynasty, like, he's an aging veteran. I mean, like,
you should have moved him on the news of him getting signed.
Yeah. I'm very concerned for Terry McLaurin.
Me too, man. I'm glad.
And this offense this week. Oh, Washington's going to have a rough time.
It's gonna be a tough go around. Vegas is their defense is pretty solid. I mean, you got Max Crosby going to be screaming down Mariota's face every other play. So
you just saw them stop Amarion.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna do with the first week against Bill and Chris Rodriguez?
Poor Bill, man. He's just getting thrown in the gauntlet. Las Vegas, Atlanta, Chargers. 3 weeks of just rough defenses.
I think it's going to be a McNichols game. I think they're going to have to. I think Marcus Mariota is going to be just chucking the ball down, and it's going to be more of a McNichols game.
Oh gosh, I hope so, man. Save that poor kid's soul.
I think it's going to be. Mark it down. Talk about it next week. I don't be surprised if it's a McNichols game. Like, I don't know if this is the week you want to start Bill.
Don't make him the sacrificial baby. Don't make him.
I don't know. I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about on the last show about Jaden Reed and his clavicle surgery. He had clavicle injury. Now he had surgery both on his clavicle, and then he ended up having surgery on his foot also. He had a Jones fracture that they don't want to talk about. He was playing on a Jones fracture. This guy's a dog in the game, and he came down for a reception, and it looked like a touchdown, ended up landing on his arm funny, was not a touchdown, was not a reception, and he is out for the entire season.
Not a dog either. I've never been.
He is Jaden Reed.
Fan. Never been a Reed fan.
Oh man, I love Reed.
Not a Reed fan. Nope. He's a little kitty cat.
What's all nibbly bimbly jumping from tree to tree?
You stop it right meow.
What's that meow? Jalen Hurts 0 touchdown passes in 2 games, but they're getting the wins. But they are getting the wins, Colten, on a team we already knew last year. They showed us the formula to win a Super Bowl. Let's just run Saquon. We're just going to run, and we're going to be the lowest passing offense in the NFL, and they're already doing it again this year. How are we not surprised? But we are surprised in A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith.
Yeah, I mean, they are not the lowest team in passing attempts. They are 30th for passing attempts. They're just last in the league.
Last year they were the worst.
Right now they are 30th in passing attempts.
Who's 31-32?
That's a good question. I can only see that they're I'm on their I have to do some research. I'm just on their page right now, and I'm seeing the numbers. So if you can maybe figure that out here, because I'm going to talk here for a minute, and I'm concerned. I am very concerned. I've always had. I've been a big believer in Devonta Smith. I have lots of shares of him, and I'm in like 8 dynasty leagues, and in 3 of them I have Devonta Smith shares. And it's always been that guy that's just he's gonna get you some solid points. Maybe he'll have 1 week he blows up, and maybe he'll have like one goose egg here or there or something. I mean, just like a lower week. But with the way this offense is looking, man, it looks like Devonta Smith's not even going to be that reliable guy for you. He might be like a stream, if there's a game that they're going to have to play a little bit closer and not be able to ride, Saquon Barkley's coattails. Or if hopefully this doesn't happen. I don't have any shares of him, but man, I love watching him play. If Saquon Barkley goes down, they're going to have to find the ball to move the ball in new ways, and that's going to be going back to them. So if that happens, I mean, that's what they're going to have to do. So, but other than that, man, I am nervous to put in AJ Brown or Devonta Smith and truly rely on them. They're just flex options right now.
Colten, I'm on teamrankings.com, and they have the NFL team passing play percentage. And I think that's what we're looking for. Is that right?
It's just attempts.
Oh, okay. Well, it says passing plays. Wouldn't that be the same thing?
Yeah, like percentage-wise, I mean, maybe different because you're playing
okay. Well, the percentage time of passing is only at 40%, and that's the Eagles at 32.
I'm surprised it's even at 40.
Yeah, New York Jets is at 44.95. This one's a surprise. The Indianapolis Colts are at 47. So
that's not surprising. They've been riding Jonathan Taylor pretty hard. JT's looks strong.
All the more reason to pick up Giddens, though.
It was good.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. And a team that's running the ball 53% of the time.
Yeah, I mean,
if anything happens to JT, which we've seen him injured over the last couple seasons, like Giddens, even in redraft, if you have a spot, he'd be a guy to pick up.
Yeah,
I love me some Giddens.
I like Giddens, but you also do have to remember just because Giddens gets in there does not mean he's going to give you the productivity of JT. I'm just saying, just lower those expectations.
So I'll give you an opportunity because I'm sure our viewers are wanting to maybe get an idea who are the highest percentage teams that are passing at this time.
Who are the highest?
Who are the highest? Do you have like
the Chargers?
What's your guess?
Chargers.
The Chargers are.
They got to be top 5. Got to be.
Chargers are 19th.
In percentage? What is happening?
They're just really efficient. 56.4%.
Oh my goodness! Because in their passing attempts, let me get to this. Oh, let's see, passing attempts.
And again, this is NFL team passing play percentage. So if you could think about maybe some teams that aren't that good in the NFL that are having to play from behind and have to pass the ball in order to stay in the games, then you're going to be leaning towards the highest percentage passing plays
in the league. Super efficient, man. They are 23rd in pass attempts, but 5th in passing yards.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah.
That's why I said they're in the last 10 years they're the most efficient. Like it's ridiculous.
That's insane. Herbie's just going nuts out there, man.
So the top NFL teams percentage wise for passing plays goes Carolina at number 1. Number 2 is the Browns. Number 3 is the Miami Dolphins. Number 3 is the Vegas Raiders, and number 5 is the Giants. As I said, they're teams, and then Cincinnati, and then Dallas because they don't have any defenses. Oh, and then Pittsburgh because they don't have any defenses.
Do you want to know who's the lowest in pass attempts? I just found them.
Is it the Vikings?
It's the Minnesota Vikings.
It's awful.
They're 30.
We don't throw the ball. McCarthy doesn't throw the ball.
32nd in pass attempts.
Talk about not surprised. I mean, you were thinking I'm just a poor Vikings fan, just so negative, Nancy. No, I was being realistic. As a fantasy owner in many dynasty leagues, I have 0 shares of McCarthy. But now he's at such a low. I'm like, do I throw a pick? Do I throw a player just to see? No, I feel like holding the course. If anything, I'm going out and I'm thinking, is Wentz available on the waivers? is Wentz available on a team that doesn't have like thoughts of actually competing this year? Like if I'm in a super flex league, a 2-quarterback league, and I need a quarterback this week, I mean, I would be thinking, what if I, threw a 4th-round pick or, before the game, but after they beat the Bengals handily and he's passing like crazy, that 4th easily turns into a 3rd.
Yeah, maybe.
And then it's just because there's a lot of risk with Wentz because J.J. McCarthy's always going to be sitting in the wings.
Yeah.
So he's a short-term guy, or is he? Because, again, you're talking about surprises and not surprises. I wouldn't be surprised if Carson Wentz played very well this week, that he played very well against the Steelers, that he played very well against the Browns, and now we're going into bye week, and we're like, oh, yeah, JJ, now, sorry, bud, but you're taking the back seat to Carson Wentz because he's going to lead us into the playoffs.
I don't think Wentz does that for you. Once upon a time, maybe, but we've watched Wentz from time and time again just get hopes up and just to bring them crashing, crumbling down to pieces. He's just
You quickly changed your time answer, I would say.
Just
I thought for sure you were going with a different phrase.
I said once upon a time.
No, I thought you were going to say time after time.
Time after time.
Oh.
I was waiting for it. You said time and time again.
Whew. Dodge that bullet again.
It was so close.
Well, you said it, so you got to put
I
it
said
out
it, so I can, as long as the editing tool works this week, I can
put
pop it in there. We can hear a little Cyndi Lauper. We had a lot of good takes, a lot of fun in this episode. I mean, I had more laughs in this episode than what we had the last couple of weeks. I thought it was fun that we got to, talk about some of the players, some of the NFL teams.
Aaron Rodgers is now doing Cialis commercials.
And he's all just going up in the world.
Only up from here, man.
Yep, going up from here, and just. Again, I've enjoyed this podcast. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it as well. If you do enjoy the podcast, please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button, press the like button. Shoot Colten and I a message on Twitter X at FFHealers, at FFCaptain22. If there's any players that we missed, if there's any teams you want us to talk about more, give us a shout. We would love to talk about your players and your teams and just continue to break down this NFL 2025 season.
If you want to talk,
do you have anything left in the tank there, Colten?
No, I mean, yeah, they can shoot us a message. They want to talk crap about our bad picks, but you know who wasn't a bad pick? Dalton Kincaid, baby. Woo, he's back. 17.
You're gonna be mine. Woo!
Congratulations. He played well against a team that didn't have to really compete against with the Miami Dolphins. He's had one game of 3 this season that Dalton Kincaid has been useful for your fantasy teams. Dalton Kincaid, the Trey Burton 2.0, has been successful against the Miami Dolphins, who have yet to fire their coach because Mike McDaniels actually showed some heart in this game, and
I mean
the Dolphins were trying to flail against the Buffalo Bills, and they were close, but they decided they weren't going to make it. They didn't come up for air. Dolphins need air. That ship is sinking.
That's Mike McDaniel is going to make a great offensive coordinator somewhere next year. He'll be a great offensive coordinator, but alas, a head coach. The days are numbered, my friend.
One more bit of news, but yes, you can take your victory lap now for Dalton Kincaid. But again, it's 1 week. It's 1 week.
He's back, baby.
It's one week in a game they didn't have to throw the ball that much. In fact, this is the first game in a few years that the Buffalo Bills didn't have to throw greater than 10 yards on any play.
Target the Dolphins.
And the Dolphins were down like multiple cornerbacks because I was messaging you. I'm like, hey, are you ready to get in this game? Because they need some cornerbacks. And then they needed a kicker. Then the Buffalo Bills needed a kicker because Brader couldn't kick it.
I played DB in high school, so I think I got this. If they want to pay me a couple mil, I'll go out there and get ran over. Fake an injury.
Yeah, but did you hear this?
The Waller.
You know, it's hard to love. It's hard to.
Darren Waller is back, baby. He's coming back for week 4. He's ready to go. He's got his legs stretched out. He knows that the Dolphins are 0-3. They're about ready to trade Tyreek Hill. This is his time to shine and get a contract, baby.
It's something. You play him.
His legs are finally stretched.
Yeah, his rap career just wasn't carrying him, so he had to come back and get a little bit more money.
It's hard to give all of your soul.
It's the owl every time.
It's the owl. I said that on the last pod too. I'm like, we played the Waller the last couple episodes, and I'm sure our viewers are getting tired of it at this point. But I think it's fantastic. It's great podcasting, if you ask me.
Who's getting tired of it?
Not this guy.
Not me. All right.
You don't want to see Darren Waller play in the Down Under?
No, I don't. I don't want to see it.
All right, Colton. Well, we better wrap this one up so that way the viewers and the listeners can hear us again next week on the Fantasy Football Healers podcast. Thanks again for joining us. Tune in next week.
Salud.